close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.
Hey my lovely friends, welcome to my channel Creative Art. I am Nilima and today's video is the most requested video from your side, which is to make a clay mural painting similar to my previous video which has got 1 million views from you. So friends, in today's video I will be making a much more easier version of my previous clay mural painting, and this time we're going to make it more easy, natural looking, but still giving it that attractive and antique look that absolutely attract your eye. So friends, do watch the complete video to make this yourself, and do subscribe my channel friends for more creative art painting videos, and do press the bell icon to get notification for each video I post every week. All the materials needed to make this easy and beautiful clay mural art are mentioned in the description box below, with their links from where you can also buy them. So let's quickly check out all the materials now friends. To make this beautiful 3D clay mural painting, first of all we're going to use Fevicryl molded clay. This is an air dry clay, so it will get dry just in 90 minutes without using any extra heat or oven. To mold the clay and give it a desired shape, we're going to use clay molding tools. For coloring, we're going to use acrylic color. You can select any shades according to your choice. I'm going to use fresh green, leaf green, sap green, gold, neon orange, red and brown color. Other than that, we're also going to need a few paint brushes. I'm going to use a number 0, number 1, number 5 and a flathead brush number 6. Selection of the paintbrush is completely according to your comfort. Talcum powder. You can use any talcum powder so that the clay does not stick to your hand. We are also going to need Fevicol to place the clay right on place as we want. You can use any simple white glue. For base, I'm going to use a canvas board of 10 into 12 inch size. You can also use a ply or a MDF board, that is completely your choice. The use of clay and canvas board completely depends on the size of the art you want to create. For this painting of 10 into 12 size, I have approximately used 300 grams of molded clay. Now let's start the video friends. Now first of all, let's start by drawing a very simple tree on our canvas. So I'm going to use a pencil for my drawing and I'll just mark. As you can clearly see, I have made just a very simple sketching of tree. It doesn't even have to look very accurate. You just have to decide the streams, like the branches, the division of the branches, and finally the leaves you're going to place or draw. As this is an easy one, I'm simply going to make few rough images. It's not a compulsion. This will just make it easy for me to decide. The entire purpose of deciding the place of leaves is just because I want to place few fruits on this tree and I have to make and leave space for the fruits. So this is how I generally plan. It is a very rough sketch, and this is how I generally plan my clay art. The most important thing in this sketch and tree was simply to decide the branches, direction of the branches I'm going to place, and where I'm going to place the fruits and leaves, as we don't want it to look very much crowded and like overlapping each other. So this very simple planning is going to become a very good painting. Now next we will start by mixing the clay, and for clay I'm going to use a Fevicryl molded. This is an air dry clay, so you don't have to bake or put your art piece in any kind of oven. The clay will dry naturally. In this packet you get two different parts. The first one is resin and the second one is hardener, which you have to open, cut and mix in equal quantity. Place both of them side by side in this way and then do a marking. If you're a beginner, start by mixing just small piece of clay and keep the remaining aside. So these are the two equal size of clay which I'm going to start mixing in this way. If required, you can also use a little bit of talcum powder in your hands so that the clay won't stick to your hand, and give it a very nice mix till you get clay of just one color. After mixing the clay, this is how it looks, and in the same way you have to mix clay for this entire painting. Now let's start placing the clay on our base. So first of all, we'll start by doing the stems, and this is how I'm going to do it. Apply Fevicol on the parts which will be followed by the stems in this way. If you're a beginner, you can start doing it part by part. It's not a compulsion, you have to do everything at once. This is my chunk of clay. I'm going to start rolling it. I need a very thick piece from the bottom. It has to go in this way. Take a small piece like this one. Make the edging very thin, and then place it from the clay to inwards. Do the same with rest of the clay pieces. Go very thin at the edgings. Okay, I'm going to keep this part empty so that I can do it next time. And now we have got 3 to 4 different stems. Just this one is remaining. We can do it next time. Now using a clay tool like this one, start carving your tree and start giving it a shape. First of all, I just mix up the branches. You can clearly see I'm first of all making the correction on the surface of the tree, and this is how all the clay will get mixed up in each other. We can make changes in the bottom part later on, but for now just focus on the stem and all the place where we have placed clay. And now when we have decided the shape and how all the branches are going to look, use your clay tool, which looks like this, and gently make some pressing and lines on the tree branches so that will look natural. Make the same lining on all the branches. This is time to make any changes in the shape if you want to make. Now placing the side stem. Now after placing this extra stems, start leveling them and merge it with the existing branch. First smoothen the clay for the shape. You can simply hold the clay in this way and using the flat side press the clay in each other, and this is how the two branches merge easily. Now flat out and smooth out the surfaces and start carving using the same clay tool. Now after making the branches and the complete parts, I'm going to give it a more natural look by adding this kind of half cut branches. So these are the natural holes like the birds make in the tree, or it can also be due to different reasons. So I'm going to place one right here and one right here. I think one will look good right here. So the first step of making these is to merge that same clay with the stem. So using a clay tool, start merging that clay with the stem, and then start carving the same lines in the same direction as of the stem. Now after carving this natural lines, take another pointed, make a hole which has to look natural. Okay, do the same in this part and from this side also. So this is how the structure of our tree looks now. It looks very much natural, and in the same way I'm going to do a little bit of bottom finishing part. After completing this part, this is how it looks. The branches and bark absolutely it looks natural. So now again mix some clay in your hand and then start rolling it long in this way. You can also do it on a flat surface. I'm just doing this because I want to make equal sized leaves. Now using a knife or a palette knife, just give cut to the clay in equal sizes. So we have got these many clays. Now take a single piece of clay in your hand and then start rolling it in this way. You have to make an oval shape, and one side should be a little bit thinner than the other. This is how it should look. Then use the knife shaped clay tool, which looks like this, and then start pressing it from one side to the other in this way. Come back, and this is how it should look. The other end should be absolutely touching. Remove it and then press one side of the leaf in this way, so you get this pretty cute leaf shape. Do the same with all the clay pieces to make more leaves. Just take a piece of clay, roll it in your palms, give it an oval shape like this one, then use the clay tool to press it. Now in the same way, each time take more pieces of clay one by one, roll them into oval shapes, and then using the clay tool start giving it the perfect leaf shape in this way. Finally pinch one side of the clay, and this is how cute and little leaf we have got. In the same way we are going to make more. Keep this piece aside and we can place all of them together. Just pinch one side in this way and you got it. So now friends, in the same way I'm going to make more leaves. So in the same way I have made these many leaves. So now let's start placing them on the tree one by one. I'm going to use Fevicol to place the leaves exactly where I want them. If you have a bigger shape of leaves, start placing the bigger size ones from this side and from the bottom of the tree, and if you have small leaves, place them on the top side. Okay, I mostly have made equal sizes. If you want to overlap the leaves like these, you should plan it from the starting. I'm going to place one fruit right here, so I'll leave this space for that and start placing the next leaves. I think I should place a fruit right here, so I'll remove this leaf. I'm going to place one fruit right here, so I'll leave that space. Now let's start making the fruits for the tree. I'm going to make pomegranate. You can also try making orange or apple. So this is how you have to do it. Take a piece of clay in your hand, roll it, give one side oval shape, and using scissor, okay, this is my craft scissor, give 3 cuts in this way. So here you can see I have given 3 to 4 cuts, and through that I have got 3 to 4 partition. Then take a ball tool like this, insert the ball tool in the clay piece, and then start closing the cut piece in this way,
so that you can level out this bottom part. Okay, once you see that this is round and full, close all the 5 cut pieces in this way. Don't give a very hard press because we don't want a very hard press. So you can see we have given a close, and then using the small ball tool, start spreading out just the top petals in this way. Okay, so this is how you will get a very small cute looking pomegranate. In the same way, I'm going to make more pomegranates, and then let's start placing it on our base. Now let's start placing rest of the pomegranates and leaves. Each time I'm using Fevicol to place the leaves and fruits exactly where I want them to be. Now placing one fruit right over here, then a big one right here. To place the fruits and to press it from the inside, I do use this kind of nittle tool. Then place one more leaf. And to press the leaf, I use this knife shaped clay molding tool. I like to place one more fruit right here. Small cute fruit right here. So these two are completed. Let's start placing for this one. Now friends, I have finally completed placing all the leaves and fruits together, and this is how cute, beautiful and natural our clay tree looks. I just love the perfection work I have done. I did take some extra time spending on making each leaf perfect to the shape and the way I wanted, and finally this is how it looks. I'm very excited to color it. So now I've let it get dry for 90 minutes and then we'll start coloring part. After 90 minutes, the clay has got dried up completely and the glue has also turned transparent. So now friends, let's start the coloring part using Fevicryl acrylic colors. First of all, for the base, I'm going to use brown color and color all the deep parts of the clay using it. Now using the same color, fill up the gaps in between the leaves and the tree branch. Make sure that you are covering all the white canvas. Now for the tree, I'm going to use a combination of the same brown plus Indian red color. It will give me a lighter shade than the base color which we have done. And now for the background, I'm going to specially use these two colors. The first one is Indian red and the second one is bronze. So this is how I'm going to use them. First of all, tap my finger in the Indian red and tap it on different parts in this way. You can also use a sponge for doing this part. And after the Indian red, I'm going to use bronze. Just tap just a little bit of bronze in your finger and then start tapping it on the surrounding in this way. And now start tapping the bronze twice so that it may not look very heavy. So now finally, this is how beautiful our background looks, and similarly we are going to color the tree and it will look equally beautiful as our background. Now in the same way, take some bronze color in your finger, tap on the bark of the tree in this way so that your tree will get a 3D effect. Do it completely in all the branches. As you can see, I have already done it. So now let's start coloring the leaves, and for leaves I'm going to use a sap green color. This is how it looks. Using a paintbrush, I'll start gently coloring leaves one by one. In the same way, I'm going to color the pomegranates with red color. Now in the same way, I will be coloring all the leaves using sap green and all the fruits using red. And in the same way, I'm going to color all the pomegranates as red. Now after coloring all the leaves using olive green color, this is how they look. Even I have completed coloring the pomegranates, but as compared to the canvas board, our tree looks quite dark. So now I'm going to show you how you can lighten up the shade and bring out the complete clay part, which will look brighter and much more beautiful. And for that, I'm going to use a combination of olive green color and light green color. By mixing these two colors, I will obtain a much more lighter color than the current leaves. This is how it looks after mixing. So now using a round hair brush, I'm going to simply color just the top of the leaf in this way. Just 1 or 2 strokes needed. Not the complete leaf, just the top 1 or 2 strokes. After coloring all the leaves using light green, I'm going to use just a little bit of golden acrylic color, mixing it with the same light green, and give this final strokes on the leaves, just like that. This is just to highlight that leaf. We don't have to merge the color or anything, just keep it simple. Do the same on all the leaves, just 2 strokes of gold mixing with green. And now I'm going to do the same process on all the fruits. And for that, first of all, I'm going to use neon orange. The speciality of neon colors is to give that brightened tint, and it also gets very easily mixed up with other colors. So first of all, using just a little bit of neon orange in my paintbrush, I'll apply on the highlighting part of the fruits, which is the tip like this, and just on one side of the body, not on the complete body. After the neon orange, just use a little bit of gold and add it, highlight to only the tip of the fruit. So now we have finally completed the coloring part, so we will let it get dry and then I'll show you the complete look of it. Now friends, this is how beautiful our pomegranate clay mural tree looks when it is finally completed. The coloring has got dried up, and now there is just one final step, which is to use varnish. So for this kind of paintings, I like to use a spray varnish, which is artist picture varnish. As it is a spray formula, you simply have to do 1 to 2 layers of spray each after 2 to 3 hours. Let it get dry in a clean place, and this is ready to frame or just place it on wall using a multi-purpose hanger. So friends, this is the final view of our beautiful clay mural painting. I just absolutely love the perfection we have got in the clay work, as well as the natural look we have given to the tree with that antique tint at a time. So this is one of the must try paintings, as it absolutely looks like a miniature bonsai tree. I think you should definitely make it.
I hope you enjoyed watching this video. This painting was really very simple and similar to my previous video, which got 1 million views, and many of you have given it a try and replied me with wonderful comments and pictures of the creation on my FB and Instagram. So this time also friends, do give it a try, make it yourself, and do send me all the pictures of your creations and what you're trying on my Instagram and FB. And friends, now you can try watching more similar videos to gain more and more knowledge about clay mural painting. The link will be given in the description box below, and do tell me in the comments below how did you like this video. And if you do like my videos friends, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye.